Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I am the Mystical Intuitive, and today's reading is all about whether your future spouse is loyal, faithful, and committed. So for pile 1 we have the green jade stone. For pile 2 we have the Hematite quartz stone. For pile 3 we have the Magnesite stone. So pick one of these 3 piles and then I'll see you at your reading. Okay, pile 1, the green jade. Okay, pile 1, the green jade stone. This is your reading. We're looking at whether your future spouse is loyal, faithful, and committed. Okay, let's see for pile 1. Is your future spouse loyal, faithful, and committed? Show me. I'm hearing I have nothing to hide. So this is definitely the kind of person that is going to show you their phone if you ask for it. You can maybe even have their pass word or something like that, or pin code. We have the 2 of cups. Yeah, look at that. The couple, they're holding hands. Their attention is on each other. We have the 10 of wands. We have the 4 of swords. We have the ace of wands and the king of swords. Okay, so right away the vibe that I'm getting is yes, they're loyal, faithful, and committed. So with the 2 of cups, it shows me that they're into you, they love you. They didn't feel like they settled, they feel like they're with their dream person, they love you a lot here. This is a true partnership. They're truly committed here. But with the 10 of wands, the 10 of wands is about, responsibilities, hard effort. So this commitment and loyalty and all that, it doesn't come without, with ease, I guess. There's maybe a lot of responsibilities that weigh them down, or maybe outside pressure, could be family members. And so loyalty can feel very heavy, right? Rather than easy. But the good thing is we have the 4 of swords next to it. So that tells me that instead of running from problems and seeking some kind of validation from others through cheating or having some sort of outlet like cheating or something like that, they actually step back, reflect, and they choose peace here, right? This person doesn't want drama in the relationship. So this person doesn't act impulsively. That's definitely amplified here by the King of Swords. And with the Ace of Wands here, it shows me that there's passion here. There's attraction. The spark in this relationship is being kept alive. So that really helps. And that may be where the effort comes in. So maybe they're going to put in a lot of effort to keep the spark alive. And then with the King of Swords, it tells me that their loyalty isn't just emotional here, as with the 2 of Cups, but it's also about their principles, their morals, their values, right? They stand firm on honesty and fairness and clean and just clarity and clear communication here. So yeah, this person is faithful not just because they love you, but because it's part of their integrity, I guess. So let's clarify the 10 of Wands. I'm curious about that. Why is the 10 of Wands here? The Tower, Knight of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so the reason why it takes effort from them is because they went through some sort of tower moment here. Some sort of breaking point in their past. Their world was shaken up here with the Tower. So it could be like a betrayal or some sort of instability in love or a relationship. And because of that, with the Eight of Swords here, they can sometimes overthink, right? They sometimes maybe feel trapped in their fears when they are in relationships, fears about repeating the past here. So that's maybe why they kind of sometimes need to make an effort to stay committed. Not because they are tempted to cheat. It's not that. It's more so about working on the relationship and staying in the relationship. It's not about cheating here. I don't see that. It's just because of fear sometimes. Sometimes that weighs them down here. I feel like this person is definitely worried about a divorce during the marriage here. It kind of stresses them out, like a divorce. They're fearful of it. Because the Tower can sometimes indicate a divorce for me. And they want the Knight of Pentacles, right? That's their goal here. So this person has kind of chosen, after this Tower moment in the past, to rebuild their life slowly, carefully, and with consistency, right? They're not interested in quick fixes or casual flings or fleeting connections, stuff like that. They like the responsibility of a long-term relationship, right? Even if it feels heavy at times here with the Ten of Wands. So their loyalty isn't naive, right? It stems from the Tower moment, you know, chaos, learning their lessons and choosing to be committed and consistent. It's interesting. Yeah, they're definitely afraid sometimes. Okay, let's get some more cards. Is Pile of Wands future spouse loyal, faithful, and committed? Okay, we have here the Empress. Yeah, you're their Empress. Or they want to be your Empress. The Death card. Five of Cups. Yeah, this person is afraid of losing you. So they would never cheat. Emperor. Oh, we have the Empress and the Emperor. Yeah, they're definitely committed to you. And the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely get the sense that they wouldn't want to risk losing you, especially here with the Tower and the Death card. Okay, so with the Empress and the Emperor, I feel like your future spouse is very balanced in their divine, feminine, and masculine, right? They've integrated those parts within themselves, and they want to build a lasting, real partnership here because you know, they see kind of loyalty and faithfulness as part of their foundation. This is a relationship and marriage kind of person, right? Like they're gonna be excited. This is not someone who finds marriage boring here. With the Death card, they've definitely been through huge transformations in love. With the Five of Cups, there was like maybe some disappointments or grief in their past, right? They may have lost someone, broken up, been betrayed, or experienced relationship that showed them what kind of doesn't work, and they don't want to fail again. That's definitely something that I'm getting here. They want to make things work with someone, which is you. You know, these past experiences didn't let them, you know, bitter. It kind of transformed them. And so with the Three of Pentacles now, you know, they believe in teamwork. They believe in partnership. They believe in building something with someone, you know, brick by brick. They want a relationship where both people are loyal and committed. An equal partnership where you support each other, both contribute, you know, and you work things out. That's the energy I'm getting. Like this person always wants to work things out. So yeah, they are absolutely loyal, faithful, and committed. But it's also strongly, it's because they don't want to lose you. You're very important to them, and it's also based on their past, right? They want to, you know, their loyalty has kind of been developed, you know, through lessons in the past, through growth, and to consciously choosing love, you know. Seven of Cups. Chakra Healer, the Magician, Ace of Cups, and the Chariot. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups here, which is all about options, right? Your future spouse is maybe someone who's attractive. They have options here. But whether they're actually tempted by all these options, I don't feel so. I feel like your future spouse is someone who kind of keeps their head down. You know, they focus on what matters, right? Building and working and investing in what's real here, right? They're not chasing illusions here because they're the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like they might notice these people because we do have the Seven of Cups here, but it's not because they're interested. It's more so about curiosity than desire. You know, they observe, they don't act. They just see it and then they move on. And I feel like, you know, that they're not tempted outside of you because in you, they already have what they want, right? They have someone stable, someone nurturing, someone grounded, someone emotional, spiritual, and there's romantic depth here. We have the Empress, we have the Ace of Cups here. So it's like, why would they need to wonder when you kind of embody all the options, I guess, or do you have all the qualities in one? Why would they chase different options, right? So they're not tempted here with the Seven of Cups. They may seem other options, but it's just that their loyalty is more focused, is more rooted in focus right here with this Knight of Pentacles and self-mastery and the fact that you fulfill them on every level. So it's not just that they are loyal to you because they don't want to lose you, or it's because of their integrity. You know, they would never cheat. No, it's they are happy and fulfilled within the marriage here. Because with the Magician and the Ace of Cups, you know, it's like they consciously choose you. You know, their loyalty isn't coming from fear or loss. It's just, or just doing the right thing, like I said, right? It's because their heart is fully invested here with the Ace of Cups. You're their cup, you're their choice, and their focus. And with the Chakra Healer, it tells me that they kind of worked on themselves, right? They've been aligning themselves and healing old wounds, and they've worked on not needing external validation anymore. So this person has worked on themselves, right? That's even because of many options here with the Seven of Cups. They're not swayed here. And with the Chariot here, it just tells me, you know, they have set their eyes on you and their heart is on you. And they're going full speed ahead towards you. There's no looking back, no detours. You know, their loyalty is constant here. It's intentional. They're focused on you because they don't want anyone else, okay? So that's nice. Let's get some more cards. Is pile 1's future spouse loyal, faithful, and committed? Healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. Yeah, so this person, they've worked on their self-love. You know, oftentimes, you know, cheaters or people who are not really committed to their partners often have like wounds and insecurity, and they kind of heal that through attention from other people. But I feel like your future spouse is kind of healed. And what's very important for them and a goal for them is a healthy relationship. That's something that they haven't been able to do, and they want that with you. Lightning, sudden change. Yeah, that's the Tower energy. So it's like, no, they wouldn't dare, because they don't want, they know you would get mad and leave them. Girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enabled. Yeah, so that's the Seven of Cups energy. There are people who might be flirting with them, but they know that these are snakes, basically, right? They're just trying to trick them. They are empty, fake people. And that's not something that they're drawn to here. They want the healthy choice. They want, this is you. They don't want the girl with the snake. They want the healthy choice. I like you. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting. Want to date. Yeah. So it's, they like you. That's also part of it. Why they wouldn't stray, and why they're committed to you. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, integrate. Yeah. So it's like they're like, why would I sabotage this relationship here? Not enough. Yeah. So it's, they worked on these issues, self-sabotage, you know, jealousy. Let's clarify these cards. Can you clarify these two cards here? Yeah, see, they want the Ten of Pentacles, so why would they sabotage it? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. So they're patient, they're hardworking, they're not tempted. They're in it for the long haul, right? This person can build long term with someone. So yeah, that's really nice. Congratulations, pile one. Yeah, I'm not sugarcoating anything here. My intention was to be very blunt here, but the cards are very good, so congratulations. Yeah, please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading, whether it resonated. If you want a reading from me, you can email me. My email is in the description box below for a private reading. And yeah, have the most amazing day. Bye bye. Okay, pile 2, the Hematite Quartz Stone. Pile 2, the Hematite Quartz Stone. This is a reading. We're looking at whether your future spouse is loyal, faithful, and committed. Okay, let's see for pile 2. So your future spouse loyal, faithful, and committed. Okay, we have the, let's see, the Six of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. Sorry, the King of Swords. The Magician. The Nine of Wands. Seven of Swords. And Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay, so we have the King of Swords here and the Magician. Let's focus on the King of Swords here first, actually. King of Swords is someone who's honest, who's truthful, right? So that's good here. This is someone who doesn't, you know, take promises lightly, or make them lightly, I should say. And when they commit, they mean it here with the King of Swords. But with the Seven of Swords here and the Nine of Wands, I feel like this person has kind of been hurt or betrayed in the past, maybe. So they may carry some walls or defensive nature. Yeah, or they have like a defensive nature, I guess. So it doesn't mean that they will betray you here with the Seven of Swords. It just means that they're extra cautious here about loyalty, because, you know, they may have experienced the opposite. And with the Six of Swords, it kind of shows me that they're kind of trying to move away from that energy, trying to heal from those wounds, and, you know, move away from those old patterns, and then step into something more trustworthy and calmer with you, I guess. It could be that they in the past with previous partners, that here with the Seven of Swords, they were lying or being sneaky here. And they're trying to move away from that, right? The Magician is also about willpower. So there, and the cheetah is looking, the Magician is looking at the King of Swords. King of Swords is someone who's honest, has integrity. And it's next to the Six of Swords, which is moving on, moving away. So it's almost like Nine of Wands as well. It's like your future spouse is kind of determined to move away from the Seven of Swords. Whether that was because they had an ex here with the Queen of Cups, maybe their ex here cheated on them, or maybe they embodied the Seven of Swords themselves. But they're trying to move away from that, I guess, here. But with the Seven of Swords showing up, I do have to be honest, right? Your future spouse may have kind of a complicated relationship with trust here. That doesn't automatically mean that they'll cheat, but it kind of suggests that that like secrecy or privacy or avoidance is kind of part of their nature. Seven of Swords isn't always cheating, it's also avoidance here, self-sabotage. So I guess with the Seven of Swords, they might not always be fully transparent about their feelings or struggles. Maybe they feel like with the Queen of Cups, you're very sensitive. And so they might not always tell you everything because they might think you're going to get upset or something. They might think that you make things seem more than they are. So for instance, yeah, if they like ran into their ex or their ex like messaged them and they didn't respond or something like that, or they just were very, you know, indifferent towards their ex, they might still not say it here because they might think you're too sensitive here with the Queen of Cups, like you'll get upset. And that's not my opinion. I don't think that's being sensitive. It's just like your future spouse has kind of learned to avoid here. But with the Nine of Wands, you know, they've been through battles here. You know, I feel like they might hide things to protect themselves or avoid conflict. Not necessarily because they're betraying you. I mean, you might find that a betrayal, you know, not being honest. I get that. But it's yeah. But with the King of Swords and a Magician, it just shows someone who has integrity or is actively trying to cultivate that integrity, right? They want to do the right thing. And I feel like they kind of have learned lessons from past mistakes. It might be that in their past relationship they were kind of not always honest, and they've learned from that here. So, or maybe in the beginning you might find it out and then you confront them and then you guys work it out, and then throughout the relationship they're going to become better. They're going to go from the Seven of Swords to the King of Swords, you know, from being dishonest to honest here. So it's kind of like they're moving away here with the Six of Swords from toxic patterns. Whether it was like a past partner, the Seven of Swords doesn't even have to be them. It doesn't have to be that they lie or hide. But yeah, it could be a past partner or they've embodied it and they're moving away from that. These cards just tells me that dishonesty was kind of a theme in their past, or it might be a bit in the beginning of the relationship, but you guys will move away from that. And they love you. I mean, with the Queen of Cups here, they love you a lot. They do want to stay loyal. You know, their heart is loyal. And they want to love you and nurture you here with the Queen of Cups. So they do care about your feelings here. Yeah. So be careful. I mean, this fox here is so sly. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords because it's looking. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Seven of Cups. Oh, okay. Seven of Cups is fantasy. So they might, you know, trigger warning. They might, you know, look at other people, maybe fantasize about other people. Yeah. There might be a lot of people who are interested in them. But we do have the Justice card here. So that is honesty here. So I don't think that they would do anything with them necessarily. Yeah, Four of Cups. They're not interested. But it's like they might look at others or something like that. Or maybe, you know, I sometimes hear in relationships where, you know, one person in the relationship has been liking pictures of other people and the other person doesn't like it. And then they have a conversation about it and then they stop liking other pictures, right? It could be something like that. Okay, let's see. For pile 2. Is their future spouse loyal, faithful, and committed. Four of Pentacles, Temperance, Hermit, Ten of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. I'm getting kind of like a side message here. Oh yeah, we also have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Maybe you are a fire sign. You could also be a water sign here. Yeah. I could also see a scenario where you guys might meet when they are in a relationship and then they leave that person for you. That's not for everyone. It's probably like a very small minority. It does happen. So if that's not something that you would do, don't take it, okay? Okay. It's funny here with the Four of Pentacles is your future spouse is also very possessive over you and jealous, right? Here, I feel like this person is gonna hold tightly on towards you. They feel like you're theirs. They don't want to let go. Here as well with the Temperance, I feel like this is going to be a very long-lasting marriage. I feel like once you commit, they don't want to let go. If you guys, you know, split up, I hope that never happens. I feel like it will be probably because you walks away, right? They're not going to let go here. They're possessive, protective, jealous. So they take their vows seriously to you. So are they committed to you? Yes. They're probably not going to leave you for someone else. With the Temperance card and Hermit, you know, this person is calm. They're steady. I feel like this person doesn't like drama. So maybe that's why they always, you know, avoid or don't always reveal everything. Because again, they don't want you to be upset or there to be drama in the relationship. But I feel like with time that's going to change because probably you're going to force them to, and they'll become the King of Swords, and they'll be truthful and honest here. And with the Temperance card, that also is about self-control, right? Hermit is also someone who's very wise. They think before they act, right? So I feel like this person acts slowly, you know, and this makes them less likely to be impulsive or reckless, you know, and that's good when it comes to faithfulness. So they can control themselves. At most, and I'm not saying that your future spouse is going to do that, at most they'll look at other people, right? Or maybe not always be, you know, maybe just not always reveal, like I said, everything. Like maybe an ex running into their ex or something like that, even though they didn't do anything with them, you know, they were indifferent. Could be something like that. Then we have the Ten of Swords. Again, that's betrayal, deep hurt, pain. So they kind of know how devastating dishonesty can be, and maybe they've made that mistake in the past relationship. So it's like, or in the beginning of you guys' relationship, and it's like they're kind of determined to not repeat the same mistakes, because I see them changing here again. Magician is willpower, and it's looking at the King of Swords. So again, I feel like they're going to change. And Seven of Pentacles again confirms to me they're invested in you, they're committed. And Ten of Cups as well, you know, that's family life, long-term commitment, happiness. I see you guys being fulfilled together. So they're in it for the future, you know, they want stability, they want family, they want emotional fulfillment with one person. So yeah, I would say overall, yes, they are faithful and loyal. But watch out for that Seven of Swords here. We talked about that already. Yeah. It could also be the case that, you know, they're a bit guarded here. You know, that again, that they've been cheated on. And the Seven of Swords could just be that they are just guarded as well here with the Hermit. Temperance, they're slow to open up here. Maybe this person has been trust issues or has been cheated on. Let's see, for pile 2, sorry. Is their future spouse loyal, faithful, and committed? Twin flames, okay. Mask, not showing true feelings, hide. See, that's that energy again, that they might not always be honest. The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Ex, breakup, separation, yeah. Engagement ring. Interesting. I want to put some cards down as to whether this energy of the golden mirror is like an ex of theirs or if they are this breakup and separation as well. Let's see. Is this something that they've experienced themselves? Have they been in a relationship with a toxic person that cheated on them, or is this their energy? Show me. So past energy. Okay. So that doesn't confirm whether it was their ex or them, but either way, this Seven of Swords energy was probably in a past relationship, whether it was them or their ex. I'm hearing from Spirit, it's different for everyone in this group. For some of you, it will be your future husband. For some of you, it's their ex who did it to them. So that energy is still something that they have to process. So whether that's, you know, healing from being cheated on or kind of bettering themselves. It doesn't have to be that someone in the past cheated here. It could also, again, just be lying or just hiding stuff. Page of Swords. Okay, so it's maybe something to do with, again, not being honest with your words, or maybe texting people. Someone might have texted someone that they shouldn't have. Daughter of Pentacles. This is a woman, but we also have a page, so yeah. This card also for the Ace of Wands, yeah. Yeah, I feel like this person is kind of trying to change into the King of Pentacles, so wanting to be faithful here, committed. They don't want that energy of the Seven of Swords. Whether it was their ex or them, I don't know. It's a bit confusing here, but yeah, be careful here. You know, even though, you know, there is some you know, Seven of Swords energy here, I do think that this relationship can be very long term and can work out here with the engagement ring. So don't freak out. It's not necessarily that they're gonna cheat, but they might not be honest here all the time here, right? So be careful of that. Okay, well, that's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email is in the description box below. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Okay, pile 3, the Magnesite stone. This is your reading. We're looking at whether your future spouse is loyal, faithful, and committed. So let's see. The people that chose pile 3. Death, Pluto, Hades, Persephone. So maybe they're very scorpionic when they love, obsessed, possessive, jealous. Maybe you as well. Both of you are. She'll show me. Is pile 3's future husband faithful, loyal, and committed? I'm hearing, when I love, I'm focused on only one person. Yeah, so I have a feeling that they are, but let's see the cards. Four of Cups, that's a good sign, which means that they're not interested in other options here. Princess of Coins, Queen of Swords. I also feel like that they're very afraid of you. Like they know that you are gonna, you know, cuss them out if they would do anything. Six of Pentacles. I feel like this person would rather, you know, if things are not going right, if they don't feel fulfilled, they would rather, you know, split up than cheat behind your back, to be honest. Yeah, if they're not fulfilled, they will speak up about it. High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. So yeah, I think your future spouse is someone who takes commitment very seriously here. So they aren't very flashy or dramatic about love. With the Four of Cups, they maybe even come across as nonchalant here. Usually when they're dating or when other people are approaching them, because I feel like they're not easily tempted, you know, by what's out there. It doesn't really impress them a lot, to be honest. So instead, they're kind of waiting for something that feels real here, right? And aligned with their heart. That's definitely that Scorpio energy. You know, Scorpios, they love deeply. They want something deep and meaningful. They want to merge with someone almost. They wanna know every secret about someone else from their partner, I guess, here with the High Priestess. They want to know you. And again, High Priestess is aloof, so again, I feel like this person is maybe like very nonchalant. They're not like too lustful, or I guess. And with the Six of Pentacles and the High Priestess, they kind of, you know, are someone who values balance and reciprocity, like I said earlier. You know, they want a relationship that feels equal, you know, where both partners give and receive. They're all about fairness here, being fair to you, not deceiving you. So the High Priestess especially also shows that they're guided by their intuition and higher wisdom, because the High Priestess is wise, right? They're not someone who would betray their own inner truth here by cheating. This is for me someone who's like a highly evolved person. They're not really addicted to the material or physical world stuff, you know, all the negative lower forms or things, you know, like sex or other addictions or just low vibrational stuff. This person is very highly evolved, I feel like. And with the Queen of Cups, they're emotionally loyal as well, right? This person loves deeply with their hearts. And, you know, this is not someone who's going to be stuck on their ex when they are married. They're all about their partner. And they genuinely care about their partner's well-being as well. So this is someone who nurtures, who is protective over your feelings as well. And they're emotionally invested in you. So yeah, this person is definitely faithful, committed, loyal. They're not swayed by temptation at all. They're looking for something real here, something lasting, something that feeds the soul here. Let's see. What else? For pile 3, will their future spouse be loyal, faithful, and committed? Again, just going back to these two cards before I pull more. You know, I feel like this person is very grounded and a thoughtful person here with the Princess of Pentacles. And they want to build something solid here. They want to build a good foundation here in this relationship that's built on trust and honesty. And their approach on the relationship is kind of also, you know, through trust and honesty. And showing their clear intentions here with the Queen of Swords. This person doesn't like to play games, you know, they'd rather be upfront than sneaky. Like I said earlier, if they are unhappy, they will tell you. They're not going to sneak around. This is not someone also who needs outside validation, right? They seek validation from within here as well with the Four of Cups. This is someone who lives within, I guess, or they have a strong inner life. And they feed themselves. I guess they don't feed off of other people's energies. You know, they can, yeah. So, okay. We have here the Seven of Pentacles. So again, this person is a long-term thinker here. They're patient. They know this is someone who can be in a relationship. You know, that long-term investment of a relationship is something that they can easily do. Four of Wands. Look at that. Beautiful. They take their vows very seriously. The Death card wants to come again here. Pluto, which is Hades, and Persephone. So again, you know, Hades, I think, was the only one in the Greek myths that was like faithful to Persephone. I think that there might have been one version, but it's not like the only version where he might have tried to cheat with a nymph or something, but that's not the mainstream, I guess, version of that tale. So in most stories, he's faithful. So yeah, that's again an indicator that your future spouse is faithful. Hermit. Yeah, this person is faithful. Absolutely. Chariot. Yeah, it's almost like they need an emotional connection to feel desire for someone. It says here desire, but it's a couple. Yeah. Or they only desire you. They're kind of obsessed with you as well, I feel like. And then we have the King of Swords. Yeah, again, your person, your future spouse's loyalty and faithfulness comes strongly through in this reading. This is the strongest pile here of faithfulness. So congratulations. With the Seven of Pentacles, you know, there's someone who believes in slow and steady growth here, right? They're not impulsive when it comes to relationships. They're willing to invest time, effort, and patience into making this marriage last. So instead of going out and stepping outside of the relationship and having fun with someone else, they're gonna invest time into this relationship and keep things fun and surprise you and be romantic to keep the relationship alive here, right? This is someone who likes to invest into long-term things here. With the Four of Wands, you know, this is the card of union, home, marriage, celebration. You know, this kind of shows that their vision of loyalty is tied to creating stability and family and marriage and vows. They want passion, but they also want something real and lasting. So again, I feel like this person prefers to be in relationships than to have flings here. And with the Death and the Hermit card, you know, this person, I feel like, has gone through deep transformation in love before. They maybe have had endings or breakups, things like that. And that kind of made them reflect on what truly matters. So maybe they were with people that were a little bit toxic in some way. And so they'll be extra grateful for what they have with you here. So again, they wouldn't want to mess that up here. So they know what they have. They know your worth here. And they also don't take commitment lightly here. And they're also very decisive and disciplined here with the Chariot, you know. Jade is someone who's controlled. King of Swords is also someone who doesn't give into their emotions or temptations. You know, they're very logical. The King of Swords is honest, rational, not someone who sneaks around. And with the Chariot, they have amazing willpower here and focus. Their focus is on you. So once they choose you, they're all in and moving forward here. There's no doubt, no hesitation. It's full steam ahead here. So I feel like your future spouse might not be like the most romantic person or the most dreamy person, but they're faithful. They're reliable. They're honest. They're real here. You can build something real with them. Because even though they're the King of Swords, you know, the King of Swords is honest. You know, he might not be the most emotionally expressive one, but he is honest. So that's really nice. So for pile 3, is their future spouse faithful, loyal, and committed? Nine of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 6 of Cups. This is the Star card, I think, yeah. And then the 10 of Wands. I also feel like this person knows that you would move on and find someone better than them if they would cheat. It feels like if they would fumble you, they would feel like it's a big loss. Honestly, this person is more worried about or more occupied about whether you would cheat than them cheating themselves here. Because they do feel about the 5 of Wands that they have competition here for you. Right? And again, or they might have been in situations where they had a lot of competition for people that they've dated in the past. You know, maybe they were put into third-party situations here with the 6 of Cups. And that kind of made them go into deep depression here. And they thought that, you know, everyone cheats and I'm never going to find someone. And then they found you. They're 2 of Cups. And so again, I feel like this person is going to be very grateful for you. You're like their dream, their hope. You heal them. You nurture them. You feed their soul here. And they're going to put in a lot of effort here for you. And I always feel like this person will think fondly of you. This person isn't going to resent you in the marriage or fall out of love with you and then cheat or something like that. No, they're always going to be very fond of you here. Again, and I also feel like this person thinks you're a bit out of their league here with the Star card and the 9 of Cups. They feel very lucky to be with you, very satisfied here. Yeah, they can't stand the thought of losing you here. Prince of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're theirs here. This is a one person kind of person. Yeah. I feel like once you guys have kids, if you want that, they're gonna fall more in love with you as well. Yeah, this person is gonna adore you. Well, that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment in the comment section if it did, and like the video, and subscribe if you want more of these kinds of readings. And if you want me to look into your life, into your future spouse, or other topics, you know, career or other stuff, you can always email me for a private reading. My email is in the description box below. And I hope you have the most beautiful day. Okay, bye-bye.